Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, December 4th, 2024. Let's find out what do we have today in the economic calendar. Asian session was quite calm, but there were some important releases that needs to be mentioned. GDP in Australia down from 1% to 0.8, worse than expected. Services PMI in Japan, a little bit better than expected, number of 50.2 with the actual number 50.5. Tax in Services PMI from China, worse than expected, number of 52.5 with the actual number of 51.5. Both Japan and Chinese Services PMI are worse than the last reading as well. The bunch of the services PMI from the Eurozone will be released between 9 and 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, we will have the Eurozone composite PMI and services PMI. As usual, it's the beginning of the new month, so all of this data are coming through. Composite PMI, services PMI from the UK are scheduled for release at 10:30. Then we got the German 10-year Bund auction at 11:30. At 2:15, we have the major event of today, the first one, ADP non-farm employment change from the US. 15 minutes later, we got the labor productivity data from the Canada. Then we got the ECB President Christine Lagarde to give a speech. Interest rate decision from Poland is expected today at 3:20. Then we got another major releases. S&P Global Services PMI and Composite PMI data from the USA are scheduled for release at 3:45. At 4 o'clock we got the factory orders and ISM non-manufacturing PMI data. 30 minutes later we got crude oil inventories and Cushing crude oil inventories. And then we got the ECB President Christine Lagarde to give a speech. Again, German Buddha President Nagel to give a speech, 6:10. Then we got a speech from the Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. This speech should start at 7:45 because at 8 o'clock we got the release of Beige Book. So, pretty busy day. Asian, European and US session. Moreover, today is the expected day when the next president of the US, Donald Trump, will tell everyone publicly and officially who will be the next US Securities Office chairman. So the SEC chairman, who will be the SEC chairman. So that's kind of a thing, might be important as well. Now, we got what we have in the calendar. Let's go to the charts. We start as usual with the euro dollar. Euro dollar for our chart doesn't do much these days. Even if we zoom in, we can clearly see that the euro dollar keeps trading below this level here. 1.0532 is a technical resistance and the market cannot jump above it. It's being moved lower and lower. Now trading just below the 50 periods moving average on a 4-hour time frame. Let me just add one more level here because we might have local technical support here as well. 1.0460 one is the nearest technical support. 1.0532 is the next technical resistance. So we are still waiting for the euro dollar to do something finally. Even the momentum is hovering up and down around the level of 50. The market awaits data. The market awaits a trigger to move higher or lower in the short term. For now, after the ABC correction is completed, the short-term bias is more to the downside on the euro dollar. Because of the British pound data, in the form of the PMIs, let's take a look what the British pound is doing. As you can see, wave 5 never materialized, so we need to adjust our Elliott wave labeling. As you can see, we might have something like this here as well, and that's nothing wrong with this, because in that situation this 5-way corrective impulsive structure might have been completed as well at the level of 1.2747, and then we got the corrective movement to the downside. However, the 100 periods moving average on the 4-hour chart keeps making pressure on the British pound, as the bulls are not really keen to move higher above this level, and then even above 1.2720 and 1.2747, despite the fact that momentum is quite positive with the actual number of 55 points. The outlook remains bullish after this possible corrective cycle completed at 1.2616. Now the market is ready to move higher, but we need to see more impulsive price action to the upside. Let's take a look at the US dollar to the Japanese yen after the Japanese data were published. So let's switch to the daily time frame chart, and what do we have here? The first thing is we retraced almost 50% Fibonacci level. 148.15, but we never touch it. So again, from this high to this low, 50% is located at 148.15, but the local low was 148.66. That's 50 pips away. That's too much on a daily time frame chart to be considered as the 50% Fibonacci retracement is done. It looks like we got another movement to the upside, possibly to test 151.43, possibly to test 100 periods moving average, which is located at 150.81, possibly to test the lower channel line, and this apparently this zone here is making a very big pressure on the current basically on the bulls, right? So we might see some sort of the very interesting price action around this level, and of course around the 150.81. So the bearish pressure is still possible on the US dollar to the Japanese yen. More levels awaits for this market. Gold is moving higher after the market has been seen making a local low at 2,605. We went a little bit, not that much higher, a little bit higher towards the level of 2,665, and since then the market keeps trading inside of this very tight range. Even the momentum keeps moving from 58 to 45, as the moving averages are very close to each other. That actually means that the market is again waiting for some trigger in order to continue the up move as initiated from the low of 2,536, and then move higher towards the all-time high preferably, or to invalidate this movement to the upside and move lower to test the technical support, and then to test the local swing low at 2,536. So let's leave the gold here without any suggestions, because it keeps trading inside of the very tight range. Bitcoin tested 100 periods moving average on a 4-hour chart. Very nice bounce, bullish engulfing pattern. Green candle, testing the 50 periods moving average as well. 96,808 already violated by $28, and the market broke above the level of 50 on the RSI as well, so it is ready to again test one of these technical resistances. So the situation on the Bitcoin, let me just take a look if I can add some trend line. Situation here is rather promising for the bulls, right? Rather nice for the bulls, because this market is still strong. Despite the fact that if we take a look at the statistics, the Bitcoin dominance is moving lower across the board. So we got this trend line here, orange trend line. If this trend line is violated, then again all of these technical resistance levels are the next target for the bulls. If the last one at 99,660 is violated, next obvious target is $100,000 and above. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.